Okay, just hear me out for a second. There's a lot going on with this World Cup that people are not really putting in one place. And when you get all of it together, the only question left is how any of it got signed off. How is this actually happening? Let me go through it with you. The host country is at war with one of the teams. Not as a figure of speech, actually at war. The United States and Israel attacked Iran on February 28, 2026. Iran qualified for the World Cup. All three of their group games are in America. So the Iranian football team had to figure out how to prepare for a tournament in the country that just attacked them. Here is what they came up with. They set up their training base in Tijuana, Mexico. Players drive across the border on match day, play the game, and come straight back. That is their setup for a World Cup. Say that out loud. A national team crossing an international border every single match day to play in a tournament hosted by a country their nation is at war with. And it is just kind of happening. People are watching the games and moving on. The visas for the Iranian squad came through 10 days before their first match. 10 days. The fixture list has been public for months. Whole countries got locked out. This one I genuinely had to go back and check twice. Citizens from 39 countries were blocked from getting U.S. visas to attend matches. Not delayed, blocked. Several of those countries actually have teams in the tournament. Haiti, Iran, Ivory Coast, Senegal. Their fans cannot get in. Think through what that means practically. You watch your country qualify, you follow every game of the qualifiers, you somehow get a ticket, you book time off work, and then you find out the country running the tournament will not give you a visa. Then it got worse. Fans from certain African nations were told they had to deposit $15,000 just to be considered for a tourist visa. Not the ticket, not the hotel. The deposit to apply for the permission to enter the country. $15,000. The scheme got suspended after the response it got, but somebody thought it up, got it approved, and sent it out officially. That part does not go away just because they walked it back. FIFA's referee got turned around at the airport. This is the one I keep thinking about. Omar Artan built his career refereeing in African football for years. This year, FIFA picked him as the first ever Somali referee at a World Cup. He flew to Miami for the training camp FIFA organized for all the match officials. He walked into Miami airport and spent 11 hours in an immigration interview. Then they turned him away. FIFA put him on the plane. The U.S. said no. FIFA got in front of the cameras and said it was unfortunate. That was it. Unfortunate. A man spends years earning his way to the biggest job in his profession, travels to the other side of the world to do it, gets through the doors of the airport, and gets sent home. The organization that gave him the job called it unfortunate and carried on. The tickets. Cheapest group stage seat this year is $100. At Qatar 2022, the same category ticket was $11, 9 times the price. That is not a small jump. That is a complete change in who the tournament is built for. The most expensive final ticket hit $32,970. One seat. No hospitality, no extras. One seat in a stadium. State attorneys general in the U.S. opened legal investigations into the pricing. Players called it out. FIFA's president said they applied market rates. Market rates for football, the sport people play in car parks and on concrete pitches and on streets with a can. Market rates. Getting to the ground is its own thing. The New Jersey buses and trains from New York went up to $98 return. Normal price is $12.90, 7.5 times. For public transport to a sporting event that is supposed to be for everybody. The stadiums are a heat risk. Scientists wrote a letter to FIFA, not one or two people, a proper open letter with signatories, warning that 14 of the 16 stadiums could hit dangerous heat levels. Parts of the U.S. and northern Mexico are above 30 degrees Celsius during the times these games are being played. FIFA brought in 3-minute cooling breaks per half. The scientists said 6 was the minimum needed. FIFA kept it at 3. They also banned reusable water bottles from stadiums. Too dangerous, they said, because someone might throw one. At venues, scientists have flagged for heat risk. After enough complaints, they allowed one sealed plastic bottle per person. One bottle, 14 stadiums with heat warnings. 1 bottle per person. Here is the part nobody really says. All of that is true, every word of it. And the football has genuinely been something else. Messi broke the all-time World Cup scoring record at this tournament. Ronaldo is here at 41, his sixth World Cup, still playing. Modric is still going. The best generation this sport has seen is all in the same place, probably for the last time, and they are delivering on the pitch. FIFA is on course to make over $13 billion from this tournament. That number is the one that makes everything else make sense. The visa blocks, the $32,000 tickets, the 3-minute cooling break, the referee sent home, the water bottle ban. None of it is a mistake or an oversight. It is what you get when an event worth $13 billion gets designed around the money, and the football comes second. The game itself is brilliant. The people running it are doing very well out of it. And somewhere between those two things, millions of fans are watching from home because they cannot afford to be there, or because the country would not let them in. That is what the 2026 World Cup actually is.